closer.
Samurai Jack Battle Through Time is one part tribute and one part sequel to the legendary Samurai Jack series that debuted on Cartoon Network 19 years ago. Wow. And just in case you don't know who Samurai Jack is, he's a samurai who fights demons, and one demon in particular, Aku, sends Samurai Jack back and forth through time, and that's the premise of the show. So before I go any further, it's worth saying that Samurai Jack Battle Through Time is a game for Samurai Jack fans. This isn't to say that it's not enjoyable as a non-fan of Samurai Jack, but it is definitely geared towards people who like the show and know the storylines, and it would be unfortunate for you to enjoy this game before knowing those storylines and understanding what's going on. If you want to play this game, do yourself a small favor and watch the show too, because I think you're going to get more out of the game if you do that.
Samurai Jack is in the house.
And picking right up on that, this game is extremely loyal to fans of the Samurai Jack series. And to bring that point even further, many of the voice actors are reprising their roles from the cartoon, and that's huge because voice actors are so important to the roles that we remember them in, and they really help define that experience. So to know that Phil Lamar is returning as Samurai Jack, and many of the other voice actors, I think the Scotsman's back, and that's great because, you know, that's a huge part of enjoying a nostalgic experience, is hearing familiar voices along with those familiar visuals.
Old friend? What are you doing here?
Waiting to tear you limb from limb, that's what I'm doing, you gill-hoot ninny.
And while I'm talking about nostalgia, let's talk about the game's gameplay. Oddly enough, Samurai Jack Battle Through Time does feel like it came out in 2003, but this isn't a bad thing. Samurai Jack Battle Through Time feels like a PlayStation 2 era platformer in that it's linear and there's a boss at the end of every level. Of course, you are rewarded for exploring. There are collectibles to find, experience points to get, money to get for your weapons. Ultimately, you don't have to do these things, but they're rewarding if you do. This is the essence of an action-adventure platformer, and Samurai Jack Battle Through Time captures that. I don't know if it was on purpose, but the nostalgia is also there in the gameplay. And while we're talking about the gameplay, we need to talk about the combat. I mean, you're Samurai Jack, you have his magical sword, you're gonna use it. And that's just it, you're not just gonna use his sword, you're also gonna use a bow staff, you're gonna use a scythe, you're gonna use a gun. They give Samurai Jack a gun, and that actually tracks. Going back to my point about the game being loyal to the fan base, Samurai Jack is a master of all weapons in the show. Why wouldn't he be a master of all weapons in the game? He wants his magical sword because he needs that to kill Aku, but if he needs to use a bow staff to get out of a pinch, he's going to. And I just love this because I wasn't expecting it. It took me way off guard. And with this host of weapons, there's also a ton of unlockable things. There's unlockable combos, there's unlockable moves. As you go through the game, the variety just builds. Parrying becomes a very important mechanic that you want to get good at. There's also dodging and grabbing and disarming weapons. And also there's staggering on bosses, which is something you usually see in a Dark Souls style game. And this dense gameplay isn't what I expected from Samurai Jack Battle Through Time.
I must put an end to this madness.
When you have a game that's based on an IP that you know and love and cherish and it's nostalgic, you really don't expect it to be a 10 out of 10 experience, you know? And that's fine because it's a nostalgic experience and that fills in the gap. But this game's fun to play. I enjoyed my time with it. I'm enjoying my time with it still. And there's replay value. You get scored on every level. There's different difficulties, which seem pretty punishing because I was playing on what I would consider the normal difficulty and I was still getting my butt kicked. If you're considering buying this game and you like Samurai Jack, I think you're gonna have a good time with it. Of course, if you're not a fan of Samurai Jack, there's going to be a bit of an uphill battle for you because a lot of the references will be lost on you, like I said earlier. Speaking personally, I know that once I watched the show, I was like, I want a video game based on Samurai Jack. That'd be awesome. He's the coolest person ever. Look at him go. And now we have a game that sort of captures that, which I'm really grateful for. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say about Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. I do hope that you got something from this video. If you did, if it helped you decide to buy the game or watch the cartoon, do me a favor and leave a like on the video. That always helps me know that you liked the video. And if you want to talk about this game, you want to talk about your favorite moments from it, please let me know in the comments what you liked and what you didn't like about Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. I love talking to you guys about video games, so get down there and let me know what you think. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe to this channel. It's a great way to let me know that you like what I'm doing and that I should keep doing it. But ultimately, thank you for your time today. It's your most valuable asset and you used it to let me tell you about Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. For that, I am grateful. So thank you for hanging out and I will see you guys in the next video. and I hope you kick Aku's big demon butt.